What if I told you that setting goals is actually the worst thing you could be doing for your success? Society has conditioned us to believe that setting goals is the ultimate path to achieving greatness. We've all heard the age-old advice, set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. This mantra is plastered on motivational posters across the globe, usually accompanied by a picture of a mountain or a sunset. The belief is that without goals, we're just aimless wanderers drifting through life without purpose. Schools teach us to set academic goals, workplaces demand performance goals, and even our fitness trackers won't let us rest until we've hit our 10,000 steps. Take Jane, the quintessential goal setter, who juggles her career goals, personal development goals, and let's not forget her ambitious goal of mastering the art of sourdough bread baking. Jane is society's poster child, the embodiment of the belief that setting goals is the golden ticket to success. But is it really? Are we sure that these meticulously crafted goals are the key to unlocking our potential? Or have we just bought into a cleverly marketed myth? But what if the truth is that these shiny goals are nothing more than a distraction, a way to feel busy without actually doing anything? What if there's a more effective, less stressful way to achieve success that doesn't involve putting your dreams on a pedestal? Imagine a world where achieving your desires doesn't hinge on the pressure of reaching self-imposed milestones. Intrigued yet? Let's dive into why ditching goals might just be the best decision you'll ever make. Research suggests that setting specific goals can actually lead to stress and anxiety, ultimately hindering performance. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that rigid goal setting can trigger a tunnel vision effect, where individuals focus solely on the end result, neglecting important processes and opportunities along the way. This fixation on the outcome can lead to unethical behavior, increased stress levels, and, ironically, a reduction in actual achievement. For instance, a sales team might set a goal to increase revenue by 20% within a quarter. The pressure to meet this target can lead to cutting corners or engaging in high-pressure sales tactics that alienate customers. Instead of fostering innovation and adaptability, strict goals can create a high-stress environment that stifles creativity and growth. Interestingly, companies like 3M and Google have adopted a more flexible approach, encouraging employees to spend a portion of their time on projects that interest them without specific end goals. This has led to some of their most innovative products, such as Post-it notes in Gmail. By focusing on exploration and learning rather than rigid targets, they cultivate an environment where creativity and success flourish. Let's take a walk through the life of Richard, an ambitious young entrepreneur who once worshipped at the altar of goal setting. In January 2018, Richard decided to transform his fledgling tech startup into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. He meticulously mapped out his goals, securing 1,000 clients by year-end, increasing revenue by 50%, and launching 2 new product lines. Each goal was accompanied by a detailed action plan. For the first few months, Richard was the epitome of focus and determination. But as the year wore on, the goals became a heavy burden. The constant pressure to meet these targets led to sleepless nights and an overwhelming sense of failure whenever things didn't go as planned. By November, Richard was burnt out. His team was demoralized, and the company was far from hitting its ambitious targets. In a moment of desperation, he decided to abandon his rigid goals and adopt a more flexible approach. Instead of focusing on specific numbers, Richard and his team shifted their focus to improving customer satisfaction and exploring innovative solutions. By the end of 2019, not only had they surpassed their original targets, but they had also fostered a strong, motivated team and created a product that customers loved. Richard's story is a testament to the power of letting go of rigid goals and embracing a more adaptable mindset. Statistical data further supports the idea that goal setting isn't the magic bullet we've been led to believe. A study conducted by Dr. Gail Matthews at Dominican University found that while 70% of participants who wrote down their goals achieved them, a significant proportion of those who failed to achieve their goals cited stress and lack of motivation as major factors. Moreover, the Harvard Business Review reports that over 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February, highlighting the fleeting nature of goal-driven motivation. It turns out that the initial excitement of setting a goal can quickly dissipate when faced with the reality of execution. This is particularly evident in the fitness industry, where gym memberships spike in January, but attendance drops dramatically by March. The pressure to achieve specific fitness goals often leads to burnout and abandonment rather than sustained healthy habits. In contrast, individuals who focus on building sustainable habits rather than chasing specific targets often enjoy more success in the long run. They approach fitness with a mindset of enjoyment and personal growth, rather than a relentless pursuit of a number on a scale. Our brains are wired in fascinating ways, and understanding this can shed light on why goal setting often backfires. Psychologically, setting a goal gives us an immediate dopamine hit, a rush of satisfaction that tricks our brains into feeling like we've already achieved something. This is why announcing a goal can feel so satisfying, like the hard part is over, when in reality, it's just begun. Our brains are also notoriously bad at predicting future happiness. We often set goals based on what we think will make us happy, only to find that reaching them doesn't bring the fulfillment we anticipated. This is known as the arrival fallacy, where the act of achieving a goal fails to deliver the expected joy. Moreover, the pursuit of goals can lead to a fixed mindset, where we see failure as a reflection of our abilities rather than an opportunity for growth. This can stifle learning and discourage risk-taking. Instead, adopting a growth mindset, where the focus is on learning and improvement rather than end results, can lead to greater satisfaction and success. So, if goal setting isn't the answer, what should we be doing instead? Here are 4 practical steps to help you achieve success without the stress of rigid goals. First, focus on creating systems rather than setting goals. Systems are processes that you follow consistently, like a daily routine or a workflow. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, emphasizes that winners and losers have the same goals, but the difference lies in their systems. A runner who focuses on running every day rather than winning a race develops a sustainable habit that can lead to greater success. Second, embrace flexibility and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and being able to pivot when necessary is a valuable skill. Instead of rigidly sticking to a plan, allow yourself the freedom to explore new opportunities and change course as needed. Third, prioritize progress over perfection. Celebrate small wins and improvements, no matter how minor they seem. This fosters a positive mindset and motivates continued effort. Lastly, cultivate a growth mindset. Focus on learning and development rather than fixating on end results. This encourages resilience and an openness to new experiences. By implementing these strategies, you can achieve meaningful success without the pressure of traditional goal setting. But what about those who thrive on goal setting? Surely there are people who find success through this method. Yes, there are individuals who are naturally motivated by goals and find them helpful. However, it's important to recognize that these people are often the exception, not the rule. For most, the pressure of achieving specific targets can lead to stress and burnout. Additionally, even goal-oriented individuals can benefit from incorporating systems and a focus on progress into their routines. It's not about completely abandoning goals, but rather rethinking how we approach success. By shifting the focus from rigid targets to sustainable processes and growth, we create an environment where everyone can thrive. Why does this approach work? It's simple. By focusing on systems and processes, we take control of what we can do daily rather than getting lost in the distant future. It's about finding joy in the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. This shift in perspective allows us to remain flexible and open to opportunities, leading to a more fulfilling and less stressful experience. Moreover, by prioritizing progress and learning, we create a positive feedback loop that continually motivates us to improve. This approach not only increases our chances of success, but also enhances our overall well-being. Remember, doing less is the new productivity. So, if you're tired of the relentless cycle of setting and abandoning goals, why not try something different? Embrace systems, cultivate a growth mindset, and focus on progress. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you ready to ditch the traditional goal-setting model and explore a more fulfilling path to success? Let's start a conversation. And if you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like and subscribe for more unconventional wisdom. Because sometimes, the best way to achieve your dreams is to stop obsessing over them. In the end, maybe it's time we stop idolizing goals and start appreciating the art of the process. After all, life is too short to be spent chasing after numbers and checkboxes. So go ahead, take a deep breath, and enjoy the ride. You might just find that success is a lot closer than you think, and it doesn't come with an expiration date.